को इस प्रकार की बीमारियों से आप कंपेयर करते हैं? ये लोग जो इस माटी के नहीं हो पाए, जिस मिट्टी में कंकड़ कंकड़ संकर जहां बसता है, वो इस देश के गरीब के क्या हो पाए?
The larger question is, even as there was instruction clearly to the BJP and the top brass that go after those who attack Sanatan Dharma, the question was, why is the DMK taking such a strong position and suddenly so? And is it going to be palatable for the entire alliance, that is the Indian National Developmental and Inclusive Alliance that's been formed, this committee of nearly 26 parties? Because a lot of them were very cagey about coming in full support. In fact, the JDU, a lot of voices within the Congress party, barring Priyank Kharge and G. Parmeshwara, and a lot of other parties, including the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, RJD and the others were giving very broad-brushed defenses to the DMK. And some of them, like KC Tyagi, openly said, we don't agree, they have a different position. But why would they do it? Now, has there been an indication to Udayinidhi's father, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thiru NK Stalin, from the larger grouping, listen, tone this down, this is not where we want to go for 2024, if you're part of the INDIA. So this is what it is. While the Prime Minister remains silent on everyday issues impacting the common man, his cabinet focuses on Sanatan Dharma by flooding false narratives and fueling it with the support from a few media outlets. I urge our DMK leaders and cadre not to react to such diversion tactics and continue posing questions to the BJP on Manipur violence, Adani Hindenburg, a whopping 7.5 lakh crore rupees flagged in CAG report and other pressing issues, along with highlighting 9-year failures of the BJP. We will keep posing questions and so will INDIA. This is Stalin's, Chief Minister Stalin's post today. Just the other day, he had backed in the letter that was written to the Prime Minister, or in response to the Prime Minister's instructions that sources had quoted, he had backed his son Udayinidhi. Today saying it's the BJP that's harping on Sanatan Dharma and not DMK. Now, Tamil Nadu BJP President K. Annamalai has responded and he said, Thiru Stalin, to begin with, while we still wait for your answers on BGR energy scam, nutrition kit scam, transformer supply scam, CMRL scam, ETL infra scam, transport scam, Nobel Steel scam, TNMSC scam, HRNC scam and many more. 11 of your sitting ministers have corruption cases pending on them. One of your ministers without portfolio is in prison for cash for job scam. The attack on Hindu Dharma by your son and your party men is a diversion to the above scams, and we kindly request you to stop embarrassing yourself misquoting the CNAG report just by relying on a piece of paper in your hand. So this is what is the response that's come from Annamalai. So the larger question, ladies and gentlemen, then is this a diversionary tactic? Now, soon after that, Vanati Srinivasan of the BJP again, she's also tweeted what's happening on ground. While Stalin says tone it down, Vanati Srinivasan says, and I'm just going to come here, Vanati Srinivasan says, in Tamil Nadu, Government Arts College, Tiruvarur, is requesting the college students to participate and share their views on opposing Sanatan on the occasion of CM Annadurai's birth anniversary. And she's asking, is the DMK government is poisoning the minds of the students? Is it not against the basic values and rights enshrined in our constitution? She has written this letter in Tamil and she's quoting, put this letter in Tamil and she's saying this is what is being asked. This is what is being asked of students in college in Tiruvarur. Government Arts College, Tamil Nadu Government Arts College is asking people to write an essay on opposing Sanatan, share their views. Now, let's get into it. Diversionary tactic against the constitution, basic tenets enshrined, and is this not bigoted? How is this secular? Many questions arise. But the larger question is this a diversionary tactic? Let's go across to our guests. Vinod P. Selvam, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us. We also have Professor Chandan Gowda, who is the Ramakrishna Hegde Chair, Professor ISEC, and Sumant C. Raman joining us, political affairs analyst. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Namaste and Jai Hind. Vinod P. Selvam, first question to you. The BJP is alleging it's a diversionary tactic away from the corruption charges.
See, today the DMK and its supremo, they are in absolute frustration, majorly because of the failures of their own government, and now they have absolutely no control over what's happening in the state. Even today, if you have noticed, the Enforcement Directorate is on a spree raiding several people associated with DMK, majorly into sand quarrying. And so much incriminating evidences and documents are being recovered from their ministers and from their henchmen on almost an everyday basis. Now, the Supremo of DMK trying to call anyone corrupt is the biggest joke of the year. His father, the previous CM of Tamil Nadu, was given the famous title Father of Corruption. So, coming from this status and seeing all the problems happening in Tamil Nadu, to divert people from that, they harped on to the issue of opposing Sanatana Dharma. Unfortunately for them, it has backfired so much across the country, especially amongst their own alliance parties, their partners. Everyone has come out and hit out against the DMK. Today, if we had noticed, the spokesperson, an MP from the Aam Aadmi Party, has called Udayani Stalin a small leader. He has mentioned saying we don't take into consideration comments made by small leaders of parties. But ironically, Udayani Stalin seems to be the prince of DMK, and that's how he is being treated by his party men. All the seniors have to go fall on his feet and pay his respect to them. And that's the kind of scenario which we have in the state today.
Whether some senior members or larger other parties of the INDIA take them seriously or not, the BJP certainly is taking him very, very seriously. And you have gone across the country, you've gone
we are taking him seriously. We are taking him seriously because of the comments he has made. We are going to stand for the Sanatana Dharma. These are the basic principles on which this country is built.
See,
and BJP is never going to let any political organization try to shake the base of this country.
The argument that you are saying is that they have so many corruption charges, and because that's being raked up, this is a diversionary tactic to try and just stir up emotions. Professor Chandan Gowda, where do you stand?
The thing of, I would not see it as a diversionary tactic, because, I mean, it's such an easy thing to say. At least in this case, both of them seem to be talking about things that appear to be diversionary. If you look at Stalin's comments, he's saying you're diverting us from Manipur violence, the CAG scam. These people are saying you're diverting us from the scams that, afflict you. So, in my view, I think we should treat the issue at hand with the seriousness it deserves, and not give in to this claims and counterclaims of what is diversionary or not. So, what do we discuss tonight, Nassim?
No, what is diversionary or not? The point is suddenly all these scams are being raised, and suddenly you have Udayanidhi, Stalin, Ponmudi, everybody coming after Sanatan Dharma. All these days they didn't have a problem even if they did. Second point, Professor Chandan Gowda, is then if they really stand by what they are saying, then how are they secular? Are they not bigoted? Are they not fascist? Are they not Hindu-phobic? And if that is the case, should they continue to occupy that chair? Is it not grossly violation of the principles enshrined in our constitution?
Well, in fact, each of your questions is a different question. I'll try to remember them. I don't think it's fascist straight away to say there is a problem with Sanatan Dharma, because it's actually saying it can be corrected, reformed.
Yeah, but they didn't say it's a problem. Now, please, he said eradicate it. One of them said eradicate it. Second one said it's like AIDS. A third one said it's a menace. And a fourth one said Sanatan Dharma and Hinduism are not something that we need to fight against, we need to eradicate. So all of them have said finish it off. They have not said end the discrimination within, reform it, correct it. That's not what they have said.
Yes, you're right. I mean, there is hyperbole there. I mean, there's exaggeration. It depends on whether you want to listen to it literally or whether you want to see it's a manner of speaking that's evolved over the years in Tamil Nadu. It's a very Tamil Nadu event. Now, I'm not trying to evade the issue. I wouldn't be caught saying something like that. But if someone wants to speak like that to make a point, I'm willing to listen.
So if somebody else were to say the same of some of the Abrahamic faiths, will you have the same tolerance? Will you have the same standards?
It depends on who.
Why should it depend on who?
Because these people are speaking as insiders.
No, why? How are they insiders? Please, Professor Chandra, let's stick to facts. At least two of the three have announced themselves to be who have quit, who have exited Sanatan Pratha and embraced an Abrahamic faith. 2 out of the 3 at least. Another 2 of them have also very clearly in a way crypto in their approach. These are people who have left Sanatan Pratha. They are not from within.
This is news to me. I
Yeah,
didn't think
one of them
Stalin
is a
was-
baptized Christian, sir. The other one has openly professed embracing Christianity. A third one has also said that, okay, they actually have moved away. So I'm asking you, if they have done so, then is that not a bigoted statement? Secondly, sir, they are not saying we want to clean up Sanatan Pratha. They are saying we want to eradicate it.
Yeah, I mean.
So if somebody were to say
receiving end.
oppose Islam, oppose Christianity, oppose any other faith, then that person is a hate monger, that person is bigoted, that person is a fascist, that person is a phobic. But if somebody says eradicate Sanatan Dharma, then you should listen to their point of view. It's hyperbole.
You know, one thing is very clear. We don't listen to the voices of reform within other religions. I mean, right now we only hear of fundamentalists within Christianity or Islam. Do we know the moderate voices within? Do we know the liberal voices within? They do exist, who are critical of, how certain practices ought not to continue. The Bharatiya Muslim, the women's organization had been asking to end triple talaq for a long time before it was actually banned. Anyway, I have a feeling there are voices of self-criticism are there everywhere. And you are also right to ask, can only insiders speak? Can't outsiders make criticism? They can, but there are definitely constraints on how
No,
much...
but Prof, see, you're making a very rational and sane argument. Nobody is saying don't criticize what's wrong, be it moderates in any faith. And we need to end discrimination. We are all on board with that. But what the DMK leaders are saying, Professor Chandan Gowda, you know very well, is saying that I have a problem with a particular way of life and I want to totally do away with it. And they're making no bones about it. What's surprising, Sumanshi Raman, as I bring you in, is that no courts have taken suo motu cognizance. No chief justices have taken umbrage. Nobody is spewing fire and nobody is looking at somebody with venom, giving them no passage of justice. So why these double standards, sir? And secondly, do you agree or disagree that this is a diversionary tactic to stir up emotions, to divert attention?
This is pure and simple shadow boxing between both the sides. As far as DMK is concerned, they have been saying the same thing only for the last 40-50 years. So this is not the first time that they have said this. Nobody had a problem with it over all these years. If the BJP had a big problem with it, they never articulated it in quite this fashion. So clearly the decision was taken to take this statement, which and they have said far worse. So I can show you enough and more videos where the gods have been ridiculed, where Hindu traditions have been ridiculed, mantras have been called as obscene and vulgar and so on. I can show you a lot of that. So this is something they've been saying for 50 years. So the BJP suddenly taking it up and making it a massive issue in state after state, every major leader of the party, including the Prime Minister, speaking on it, is not accidental. Let's be very clear. It's not that suddenly the BJP woke up to the fact, oh my God, DMK is saying this. DMK has been saying the same thing for 50 years.
And Hindus in Tamil Nadu have been voting for it, voting it into power also.
See, that is the point. The DMK today doesn't have anything to lose in Tamil Nadu by saying what they are saying. Because this consolidates the Dravida fringe vote, which goes to the DMK. It consolidates to some extent the minority vote, which is overwhelmingly with the DMK. So I think they don't have anything to lose. BJP also doesn't have anything to lose because they're given a God-given opportunity to take this across the country. The only one who's losing out here is the alliance partners, most notably the Congress. And the Congress does not even realize that this could be an issue where they could lose out in the Hindi belt. So that is why you have got these wishy-washy statements coming from different Congress leaders.
So you are saying abusing Hinduism, abusing Sanatana Dharma makes no difference to anybody south of the Vindhyas. They will still vote for whoever they want to vote for. And it does not deserve the scrutiny of the courts. It should not prick the conscience of the chief justices of courts who took suo motu cognizance and umbrage and had urgent sittings on other issues. But in this case, there's not even a single murmur.
I did not say south of the Vindhyas. In Tamil Nadu, this has been par for the course for the last 50 years. And it is a tragedy that this has not been highlighted to the rest of the country earlier. The fact that this has been going on for so long and people are free to abuse the Hindu faith in Tamil Nadu even people in positions of power and influence can say whatever they like. It has been the same way. I mean,
No,
if
but
people
just because
outside,
it's been the same way doesn't make it right.
it is not right. It has never been right. When has it been right? Nobody can justify it. What Udayanidhi said is wrong. I don't think anybody can justify it. My point is the fact that this is made an all India issue now has a reason, and that is that the elections are coming nearby, and therefore the BJP wants to seize on this, and the target is not the DMK, the target is the Congress, and that is why the Congress has not
let
been smart
Vinod
enough
Selvam answer
to
that.
refute
Yes, Vinod
and
Selvam.
distance themselves from this.
Convenient political rhetoric once again.
I understand that.
Once again to give you traction and perhaps some
The
punches
reason-
in Tamil Nadu where the BJP has failed to make any impact over all these years, reduced to 5 seats all along. That's one argument. Second is that it doesn't matter. It's been going on for 60 years. That's why even the courts don't bother. Nobody else bothers. And Tamil Nadu continues to vote for these parties only, who continue to abuse. And large number of Tamil voter base still is Hindu or Sanatan. Vinod.
It is rather unfortunate that the DMK has been able to motor mouth themselves for all these years. But the BJP has always been opposing them on issues. See, why this is a clear example of diversionary politics is if you have noticed a few days back when the raids on the ministers of DMK on corruption charges were happening, they were very vehemently trying to pull up the issue of Hindi. So Hindi and Sanatana Dharma, these two are the trump cards of DMK which they keep playing whenever they are in deep trouble. So today, when they are playing the Sanatana Dharma card, it means they are in deep trouble. And also, it's very important to notice the DMK always uses its third level leaders, third category leaders, or people who are not too prominent. No one more than A Raja comes out and speaks so vulgarly on stage about Sanatana Dharma. But today, using their prince of the party, they're using Udayanidhi's talent to voice out. It's basically because of the frustration which has been built in the DMK. And today, this issue has been amplified thanks to the media. Sorry?
No.
Thanks to the media, thanks to social media. The speeches of the DMK ministers, speeches of the DMK ministers, DMK leaders are reaching a larger population. And we feel we are duty bound to defend our faith, our culture, our beliefs. And that is what we are doing. This is more than politics. Everything does not fall in the armpit of politics. This is way more than politics. This is the basis of the country, and that is the reason why BJP has taken this up so vehemently. It is unfortunate that the Congress still wants to keep DMK as a part of the alliance just to win a few seats in Tamil Nadu. But let me tell you, the people of Tamil Nadu are watching. We have the highest number of temples in the country are in Tamil Nadu, and it was rather unfortunate that the HRNC minister, who is supposed to safeguard and ensure that the temples are being well kept and maintained, was on this stage where they spoke and said,
but the reality, sir, is those who are supposed to protect the articles of faith in the constitution, those who are supposed to protect the basic rights and the integrity of all in a secular establishment that is India, those courts have said nothing. Even in Tamil Nadu, the high courts have said they have not taken suo motu cognizance of these aspects. Nobody has gone knocking down the doors of the court saying that take immediate action, ask him to retract, or nobody slapped a defamation suit and takes urgent legal proceedings. Top courts of our country are also silent on this. So, reality. So that means is it politically convenient for you that this goes on for a while? You want it to stew. Sumant Raman, yeah.
No. See, this Anand, Mr. Annamalai put out a tweet with some 10 charges against DMK and all that. Why have they not taken the DMK government to court? They have not. When the DMK was in the opposition on more than half a dozen issues against AIA-DMK ministers, including the then Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy, they took them to court. Now, the BJP makes noises, puts out all these allegations. Then Mr. Annamalai releases DMK Files 1, DMK Files 2. Nothing is done to follow these things through. Even now, people of Tamil Nadu do not for a moment, in my opinion, think that Senthil Balaji or any of the other DMK ministers are all paragons of virtue and totally honest. But their feeling clearly is that whatever they are facing now from the agencies is more for some political purpose of some bargain being struck rather than to see that the cause of justice is actually going to be served.
Sir.
And there is enough and more evidence of that in the past with so many leaders who then switched over to the BJP,
Sir,
where all the cases are
my
now
point
lying,
is, sir, there is,
buried.
okay, if you can say it is political witch hunting, but if you hunt and you find a loot, then that means there has been a loot. So you have
Then
to
you
accept.
have to follow it up.
Then you have
You have
then
to
you
follow it
I
up.
agree.
You have to follow
One has
it
to
up.
follow it up. Professor Chandan
Can't become like
Gowda, Professor
Madhavan
Chandan
Dare.
Gowda,
It can't
Stalin,
become like Himanta
final
Biswa.
word, Stalin's
It can't
tweet
become
today.
like
Chief
YS
Minister
Chaudhary.
Stalin's tweet today and post today telling the DMK to refrain. They're not even coming on the debates and say stop these comments and focus on the larger issues which the alliance wants to do. Is that a message that's come? Enough of this, stop this.
I can't second guess, but it's very clear that the alliance partners have not really robustly endorsed the statements the Chief Minister and his son have made. So that's pretty clear. Please remember, Anand, why would anyone want to enter the Lok Sabha election campaign with a claim of that kind when a big chunk of the country are practicing Hindus? So it's silly to expect the alliance partners to support them. In fact, they would not want it to carry on. In fact, it's almost 2 weeks since the event happened in the small writers' conference. It's an issue on national media. I'm sure Tamil Nadu has moved on. I really don't know. I think my co-panelist Sumant is right that this particular statement has come in handy.
No, but I'm a little surprised here that the whole country, the opposition, the courts have not moved on from Nupur Sharma. But within 2 weeks of them, these 4, 5, 6, 7 leaders brazenly abusing and calling for eradication of Sanatan Dharma, you believe the state and everybody should move on. Isn't this a very, very hypocritical situation, sir? Or a position taken on two entities, and when it comes to about two different disciplines of life or way of life or religions, and that too in our country, speaks volumes about how we are, who we are, and how we think, sir, and how we behave. Speaks volumes. I have to wind up. On that note, sir. I've got a quick update coming